Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. Fielded in the end zone, it's good. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled on the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So Florida's offense will get the first swing of the game. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators and defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining up, because you can just throw it anywhere in his vicinity and trust he's going to find a way to get it done and make the catch. Even when he's defended, he is always open, and you're going to see him line up all over the field, and he'll get the ball in a variety of ways.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football.
Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Florida. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Missouri's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be third down. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got him. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Tigers are marching down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Lost the fire on second down. Finds his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The noise is deafening. Trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Here's a hit. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Finds his tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field, the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quickly to the tight end. What a nasty move, and now he's got room. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Wants to throw again. Buys a little extra time. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be run out of bounds at the 14.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the 1st down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
He's got him still on his feet. Touchdown, Gator! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups, and you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge, the freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
Under fire. For the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Gators have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
Takes a hit as he fires. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time on target. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to go up top. Touchdown, Florida! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
On the move from inside his 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. He'll start this drive firing. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create a turnover.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. The Gators will go for it here on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's going to take off. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. fields the punt, wants to make a play. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now in the same page.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Get set. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
To the air on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Firing to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Trying to pick up the 1st out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A strike downfield. Speeding down the left side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. On target. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The 1st half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Under fire. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the 1st time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3. The Gators in the hurry up. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches.
He's got it, 1st down and more. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time he's got it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. The Gators come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the 1st half. And the Gators will boot it away to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. With the catch, it's Moffitt. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. 1st down here for the offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Simon. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He's got the tight end. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Makes the grab. Wide open spaces. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
He pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida. On to attempt the try. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Here comes the heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Makes the catch around the 50. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Gators are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Another 4th down try for this offense. They're 2 for 4 so far in this one. Rushes on him. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this off.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gator! If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. To the air on first down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chain. Looking deep down the right side. Ball's in the deep ball. He's loose on the right. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Missouri! He got a step and just dusted the field.
There's usually 2 different thought processes when I'm backed up towards my own goal line. Run it, create more space, or take a big shot and try to make a big play. And did this offense ever make a big play? 90-plus yard touchdown. That is how you do it.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 17 to Rutgers. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country.
There he goes! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Right back to the well.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Dropping back, it's Cano. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Takes it the other way. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Hauls it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to sneak it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling, and you're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Cano. Finds the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Pena.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Gators can really attack on this 2nd and short. Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. That last incomplete pass has them staring at a 3rd and 3. Oh, they're after him. That's caught. It's Jeffrey. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The RPO, it's complete. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fears the pressure. Caught in the backfield, it's Callum. They've got him now. He almost picked up that 1st down on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Cooper. A little release to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
You're going to win a lot of games if you can generate explosive plays. That's what we've seen in recent weeks from this football team, but this offense, man, they are every defensive coordinator's nightmare because of the players they've got lining up all over.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
Missouri, 21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Back to throw, it's Cooper. It's complete on the right side. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Gator. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable 4th quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could be any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state are drawn on a day like today. These two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida Gators, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gators offense will have the football first. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators. Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that out.
Turning it on. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd, but more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, we'll have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and pop. Being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
Here's a heat. just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In a sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Oh, the hops. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
Well, this game certainly doesn't have the longevity historically that a lot of other rivalries have in college football, but this game always means so much. It impacts the conference championship race, the national championship race, and the Heisman Trophy race.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And to get rid of it quickly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Noles will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Makes a move. Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on there. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
He'll return it from the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
He's got him this time. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script. There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got a chance. Down the seam on the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work with the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Smashes it between the uprights. Dar forced to settle for 3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Clemson is currently ahead early right now in Death Valley, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over South Carolina. Just another week of college football.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him...
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. The Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark, maybe this gets you some energy, maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On the option, the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Makes the grab. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator! The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was
wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the returner will be brought down. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. New set of downs after the completion. The give out of the gun. Still on his feet at the 40. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Seminoles are on the move. They'll run the option. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Running back searching for a hole. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Under fire. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Lets it fly. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Jeffrey. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Just keeps slinging it. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Florida. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Wants to go up top on first down. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Offense in a bunch formation. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes a grab on the shot. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it to the back. At the 20, he's got space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Looking to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. On the run from inside his own 5. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Gators and Noles. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle... in Florida State and Florida plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. And the Seminoles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They punted away on 4th down. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move, it's Jeffrey. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Cano. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. All kinds of time to survey the field, and he throws left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. The Gators looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They're able to hit him on that.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Gator. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the Gators have chomped down, and they put a little distance between themselves and the Noles.
You know, both of these teams always have lots of speed, but it's the Gators. They look like the faster team pulling away here in the second half. Big plays offensively, and their defense is really flying around.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. To the air on 1st down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here comes the heat. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The return brings it out to the 32, and the Florida offense will take over.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Out of the gun, the inside give. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. To the air, it's Cano. Right on the money. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
The these are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now, wide receiver. You get it in his hand.
Going for the big play. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He'll try to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
That's caught. It's Faulkner. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The running back has it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. There he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the...
Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Back to throw, it's Cano. The sure hands, it's Pena. Open space at the 25. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, Florida. Quick strike through the air for the score. That might be the proverbial 4th quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games. You know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Weeks, and the ball's free in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the Gators trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators! The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The give to the tailback. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. This time it's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. 1st down sack pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. And they'll knock him down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he picks up the 1st down, and he doesn't, I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
2nd down coming up.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Snagged out of the air. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
The Seminoles are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's the pressure. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. USC is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 17 over Notre Dame. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Cano. Moves away as he feels pressure. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Pena. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the move. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. To the air, it's Cano. Big guy smells it. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starts a drive trying to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's a throw downfield late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. It can get a little heated, and it did in this Sunshine State showdown. But